I do. So I have no reason not to believe in Trey Lance, and I think that it's easy for me to say that because I'm not in the building seeing him throw every day, or I'm not privy to what may be happening behind the scenes. I definitely think that if we're reading into body language, quotes, and just what we've been given as the media or as the public, I think the 49ers have definitely left room for questioning their belief in Trey Lance. I think they've had plenty of opportunities to really be vocal in support of him. And while they haven't outright said that they don't believe in him, I definitely think that they could have done more if they really did have the belief in him that maybe a lot of people do. But, I've seen him play 4 games in the NFL, and I watched all of his college snaps, and a really valuable lesson I learned the last couple of years, Mark, and Brock Purdy falls into this too. No matter how these guys look in college, it can help us, but we really can't get a sense of who they're going to be in the NFL until they play in the NFL. And I think with Trey Lance, we just haven't really gotten enough of a sample where I can sit here and be like, you know what, I think this guy has it, or I think he doesn't have it. And I also think that, how much of this comes down to just unfortunate circumstance with injuries. He was injured during training camp his first year. He got injured in that Arizona game. He got injured against the Seahawks last year. And, it's part of playing such a violent and physical game. And I think a lot of this really just comes down to bad luck. I hate the word injury prone because it's like, I always try to tell you, if you were getting chased down by guys that weigh 280 pounds and run 4.40s, you'd be pretty injury prone too. You'd probably be taking a pretty good beating too. So I think with Trey Lance at this point, he has a huge opportunity this offseason to maybe reinstill the belief that the 49ers had to have had, you'd hope, to take him where they took him and move the capital they used to take him. But I just really don't know. And I apologize if that's not a good answer, but I'm trying really hard to not have a strong opinion. I talked to Robert Griffin III at the Combine, not this past year, but 2022. And, very similar circumstance. Played in the Shanahan offense early. Kyle was his offensive coordinator, dual threat quarterback with all these expectations on him. And I asked him about Trey Lance, and his response is pretty much like, I'm not going to have strong opinions about him yet because I haven't seen enough. And the more and more I go back and think about that conversation I had with him, I'm like, it's a fair point to make. And it's unfortunate for the line of work we're in and for the world we live in where, you have to have some kind of opinion if you want people to really be drawn in and interested. But just for the sake of integrity and me not speaking on things that I can't feel confident about, I just don't know enough yet. So to answer your question, and I apologize for the long answer, I would just say I have no reason not to believe in him. I think that he's a guy who has potential. Whether or not he realizes that potential will remain to be seen. But I have zero reason to think he can't do it. Just like I think it's fair for people to say that there's zero reason to believe that he absolutely will do it. We all just really don't know at this point.